Anytime, bro. Anytime.
How's your back coming along?
Very nice. Very nice. Very happy. I'm gonna unveil it next week, bro. Wait till you see, man. Marcus is like, he's a magician, bro. I think she got one on her lower back she wants to brag about. Hey, what's up?
You tell me. Is he here yet?
Brought him in last night.
You see who brought him in?
No, supposedly he brought him in himself. You know, the big guy.
Ziggy?
When we woke up, there was an envelope on the table.
And I will raise. And he left instructions for you.
For me, huh?
So what's the game, baby? Who's taking who to dinner? Ooh, the Valiant chip. I like the color, man. I will see that, and I will raise 20 milligrams, baby. Let's get high. Oh, raises with a yellow chip.
See that.
Everything's sneaky up around Sneakyville. That's it. Come on, Big Papa. You want to play?
Thank God. Where am I? What is this place? How long have I been here? Who are you? Whoever you are, please help me. I need your help. Do you hear me? Do you know how long I've been here? What are you doing? Please, whoever you are, help me. I don't know what's going on, but obviously this is some kind of mistake. I mean, I was on my way to New York.
My name is Jimmy Vaughn.
Do I know you?
When I come into the room, I speak and you listen. Understand? I question and you answer. Nod if you understand the rules. Ziggy has asked me to take care of this. And believe me, the more time that we spend here, the more fun it'll be for me, and the less fun it'll be for you. Do you understand that? So you're Ziggy's accountant, is that correct? And you stole $10 million from him, is that right?
Please.
Look at Mr. Ring. Mr. Ring, I'm gonna leave you to think about that answer. But before I do, you realize that sitting is a luxury you don't have anymore. I'll see you soon. It's an unusual name. How do you pronounce it?
Now. Well, I can't offer much. I mean, with high school equivalency and military service, would you consider security somewhere? Pays like $10 an hour. I can maybe get you 12.
I was told to wait in line, specifically to talk to you.
Why me?
Because there's only one man I'd like to work for, Mr. Now.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Right. I asked you nicely, and now I'm going to demand you tell me where to go or I'm going to blow your brains out.
He doesn't respect men who carry guns.
That's why I read this. Now I'm going to shove this in your fucking mouth and blow your brains out, or you're going to tell me where I can find you. I pull this pin, and it's over. Take a large coffee.
That's $225.
Mr. Swartz, I'm not paying for it. Let me talk to your manager.
I help you?
You can't drink this.
What's the problem?
The coffee's way too wet.
Too wet.
Let me take you in the back. Perhaps you prefer some of our dry coffee blends. So what's your name?
Jimmy Vaughn.
Well, Jimmy. A dry coffee. It's right through here. The key to making dry coffee is the dry beans. And dry beans comes from drought-inflicted areas. It's a difficult thing to find such a happy medium between the moisture needed to grow beans and the absolute dry heat truly needed to get dry coffee. I am no novice to this concept. I've traveled to the forest myself in pursuit of the evasive, perfect blend. You have to look everywhere for the beans. In an animal's armpits, stomach, legs. And sometimes it's stuck in a tree shaft. So you have to stick your hand inside and feel around. Now, this procedure may feel a little uncomfortable. You're clean. Turn around. Pull your pants up. Go stand in the back alley. I'll call you a ride. They'll come pick you up. All you have to do is say yes, please.
Where am I going?
I don't know. I've never taken the ride.
Then how'd you get the job?
My dad worked for him. This was his life insurance policy. I get paid 10 grand a month for fingering guys like you.
Hey man, me and my friends just got out. You wanna get in and back my ass?
Yes, please.
Hello, Jimmy Vaughn. You're a stupid guy. Only stupid people get brought to us. I'm Mo, Larry, Curly. Question, why would the big guy give you a job?
Why wouldn't he?
You got a quick mouth, yeah? Larry's got a pretty quick fucking wrench, too. Every day, Larry and Curly are gonna come in here, and they're gonna beat you senselessly until you leave.
I won't fight you back. You're not my enemy. I want to be your brother. I want to be your brother.
Only Ziggy can decide that.
So, any news today, Kevin? Today was a big day. Congratulations.
Brian Marks.
So, Agent Cole, I read your brief, and it seems that your assessment's correct. Ziggy's aware of you.
Is there an Archie Green reported missing yet?
Not yet. Why do you think he requested you to deal with Green?
I don't know. I mean, I guess maybe everyone distrusts. I mean, I've been, running errands for 6 months now?
Yeah, but that was small potatoes. He seems much bigger. Have you met anybody who's seen him lately?
No, apparently Ziggy brought him in the middle of the night, but my guys didn't see him.
How recent's our latest picture of him? It's 7 years old. It's unusable.
Yeah, he's a master disguise. He's had total reconstructive plastic surgery.
If you get to anybody who claims to have seen him lately, bag him and get him in here.
You got it.
Congratulations, Agent Cole.
Thank you, Agent Murphy.
Cole, almost forgot. Your itinerary. You've been requested to Washington by the director.
When?
Tonight.
It's almost seen tomorrow.
Smart ass.
I know where I got it from.
Hey, what's going on? Did you buy groceries?
Better, sweetheart. We're celebrating.
Oh, what are we celebrating?
A big day at work.
Oh, a big day for my big man. I like that. What'd you get?
We have flowers.
I'll take that.
We have expensive wine.
I'll take that.
And we have gourmet cuisine.
Let's keep that for later.
Right?
After we celebrate.
I love that shirt.
I know you do.
Is it cold?
No. Smells great, though.
Perfect. Just give it to me.
I'm gonna get you a
You
good
give me
bite.
that perfect bite. Chinese food really juices me up.
They have produced like 1 billion people. So, did anything happen today that I could hear about?
Yeah, Brian and I sat at our desks, and we played solitaire. And beat his ass for about the 50th time in a row.
I should beat your ass. I'm serious.
Becky, the only thing that I can tell you is that I love you. Come here. One more bite for me, please. Oh, really? Mr. Green, I warn you. This will only stop when Ziggy gets his money back.
I don't have his money.
I've explained the rules to you, Mr. Green. Why do you think he believes that you stole his money?
I don't know. I did some work for him. But it was always via P.O. box, from accountant to accountant. We double-checked and triple-checked each other's work. If there was a mistake, it wasn't my fault.
Mr. Green, I'm going to leave you today with this thought. I'm about to tear the final fingernail off your hand. You're leaving me no choice, you see. Now, tomorrow, I'm going to come back, and I'm going to do the other hand. And then the following day, I'll do one foot, and then I'll do the other. And then I'm going to have to start getting creative as to what else to rip off. Is there anything that you'd like to tell me before I get to your thumb?
Please. I have a family. I have a wife. And a beautiful, beautiful daughter. You understand? No. No.
Ziggy told us 4 days was enough. He's got a job for you.
Thank you.
Been waiting for this for 2 years, and this is where he stands.
You're Harry Russick.
Well, maybe I'll ask you, what is your name?
Jimmy Vaughn.
How long have you known the big guy?
How long? I never met him.
Never met him. Even better for me.
How long have you known him?
40 years. I knew him from the neighborhood. I introduced him to Mickey. That's how long ago I knew him. Now, please. Please tell him that I'm trying to stay the course. You got that? And I got a guy who wants a sniff of something real potent. So stay laxed, okay? Laxed. You got it?
I got it.
Most importantly, tell him that I understand what I did. And I'd appreciate him letting me out of here as soon as I repay him.
He's the one that's got you in there.
I think these fucking assholes make any kind of decisions whatsoever.
All right, pal.
Don't fuck up, kid.
Release the visitor.
He never forgets.
Let's go, Russick.
He never forgets.
Russick!
Yes, I'll have him call you back. Thank you. Director Cole's office. He's in a meeting. Yes, thank you. Agent Cole, I don't think he'd like me telling you this, but he talks about you all the time. We were all praying for you while you were over there.
I appreciate your prayers.
Kevin, get your butt in here. Good to see you, son.
Good to see you.
Doing good.
Thank you.
Welcome to Washington. You know I get calls from the leadership of both parties asking me if you'd consider running for Congress. They just want to know, are you a Democrat or a Republican?
Ask him what the difference is these days.
Bam! Just like that, Kevin Cole is out of politics. So, what's this I hear about you being a field agent?
I don't know. What did you hear?
Kevin, why?
Come on, Dad. We've been over this 1,000 times.
Why the hell do you always insist on doing everything the hard way?
Because I'm your son. And if I take anything easy, then for the rest of my life, people will say that I got there because my dad's the director of the Bureau. And besides, taking the hard way is the way you took to.
Yeah. Well, I've been reading your latest brief on the Ziggy operation.
Yeah?
I want you to pull yourself out.
Pull myself out. I just got noticed.
That's why it's time. The next thing to happen is you're going to get compromised, and then we'll have to pull you out. Poor mark like that on your record. It's going to spoil your chances for a quick promotion.
But a success could ensure it.
Kevin, listen to me. I never told you not to enlist, not to go to Afghanistan. But I'm telling you now, this is a really bad move. You have no idea what Ziggy's capable of. Oh, I know. You know his organization, and the scum he does business with. That he trades IEDs for heroin. What you don't know is how deep he can get his hooks in you. I do. 25 years ago, I got that close to him, and I still couldn't bring him down.
So wouldn't it be a great story if your son was the one that finally did?
You said you'd only do one foot at a time.
I lied. I'm sure you're familiar with the technique.
You bastard.
Mr. Green, in a day or so, one of two things will happen. Your wounds will get infected, or your body will be unable to clot all the wounds, and you'll drip blood until death. Now you can dip your toes into this bucket of salt, which will help. You'll also hurt like a bitch. Or I can stitch you up myself with anesthetic for just a little piece of information.
I can give you a little piece of information. My daughter's name is Sheila, and my wife's name is Gloria. I love them so much. They're all I have in the world. I didn't steal Ziggy's money. I would never do that. But I'll pay back. I swear I will if I have to work it the rest of the days of my life. If you just let me go. Just let me go.
Ziggy wants his own money back, Mr. Green. He doesn't make those types of deals anymore.
No! 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 No!
Kev, it's me, baby. It's me. It's Becky. You're right. It's just a bad dream.
You ever had therapy before?
Never.
West Point, with honors. Rangers in Afghanistan, Delta, saw your share of action, huh?
You're looking at my file. You know who I am.
Ever have these nightmares over there?
No, I was just happy to get some sleep.
Should I assume you're director Jack Cole's son?
You should.
What's your relationship like with him?
It is what it is.
How's your relationship with your mom?
She passed away a couple years ago. Right before I got back from active duty.
I'm sorry. The two of you close?
We're not here to talk about my family.
Fair enough. Would you mind having a seat? Well, listen. It's clear you got a lot of weight on your shoulders. You're a very sharp guy. We should be able to find the source of these nightmares. Why don't you just start by telling me what's new in your life?
Who's listening? And what kind of clearance do you have?
You couldn't be in a safer place.
Is that right?
I was hired many years ago by the Bureau to talk specifically to the best agents in the field about the job. You can't imagine the clearance I have.
My nightmare is the vision of this undercover operation that I'm a part of.
And what is that?
Kevin, help me!
And then you woke up screaming. Just because of that? You weren't trained to mercilessly torture people. You were trained to be Captain America. It's in your blood, for God's sakes. I see two options here.
What's that?
Well, if you want to stop seeing images of Green's wife and daughter, then...
Don't let him lead the conversation into his personal life. Right?
And two, I just request a transfer. They assign you a different case. It happens all the time. And then you can tell Becky that the problem is over. And no one will ever know the reason for the transfer.
That won't work for me. Because I'll know.
Oh. I'll see you.
Oh, you ever go in the vault with Green?
Nah, that's not my job, Jimmy.
Yeah, what's your job? What do you do?
Aside from drinking?
Yeah. Being a professional alcoholic.
That's it. Jimmy, I sit here, I guard the door, I mail off the tapes, and I make sure no one walks in and pops your ass.
Cheers, yeah.
I love you, baby.
What's up?
Yeah. I actually mail the tapes.
You know, I read out the envelopes. I'm in trouble. I'm in trouble.
The tapes, the recordings when I'm in there?
Yeah, over there in the closet.
What do you mail them to? Just out of curiosity.
P.O. box for your evaluation.
Don't go fuck up our system.
Larry, don't get so serious.
Woo! Ain't feeling the love, man. Ain't feeling no love, man. Where'd the love go?
I don't know, man. It's to who?
Down way.
The system is a series of drops, and Green has confirmed exactly what the three wise men said.
Three wise men? They're the three whacked-out fiends who play cards in the kitchen.
Now, if we can figure out who leases the P.O. boxes and who makes the pickups, we might be able to get our leads.
The camera in the vault?
The recording device appears to be a live remote feed. We already checked. Signal's untraceable.
Good to know. 2 hours ago, LAPD got a report that Archie Green was missing.
He's been gone 2 days.
His wife thought he was on a business trip.
And we can't inform LAPD of the operation. Ziggy's way over their jurisdiction. Just be prepared now for any hurried tactics in trying to get him to talk.
Hey, Jimmy.
What's going on?
You're a little late, bro.
Late?
Yeah.
Late for what?
The big guy just sent a package for you.
You bring him himself?
Nah, man. I didn't ask his name. Some old guy in a suit said, give this to Jimmy. He said the code is your birthday. Anything good?
What's yours? Call me Santa. I come bearing gifts. We've got this. Festive. Or we've got this. You haven't had solid food in days. Why don't we start with a little treat? Okay. Mr. Green, just relax. Nothing's going to happen if you just tell me what I need to know. Let's start with a place. Give me a place to look. Is the money in the Caymans?
No.
Zurich? Rome? The money's in Rome?
Jimmy, I already told you, I don't have Ziggy's money. I know I can't prove it. But how can I disprove a false accusation when I don't have any understanding of it? And you could tell me anything. You could tell me the sky is red outside. To me, right now, in here, the sky is blue. Until we're both standing outside under the same sky. It's your word against mine. We both have the same kind of credibility, so you gotta help me, Jimmy. Tell me the facts. Tell me who told you I stole Ziggy's money.
Ziggy told me you stole the money, and that's all I need to know.
That's all he said. He didn't say how.
Mr. Green, I'm growing
He didn't
impatient.
say what it
Mr. Green, I'm hoping that electricity woke up some forgotten memories. Babe.
I tried to wait up for you.
Hello?
Hello, Jimmy. I didn't wake you, did I?
Who is this?
You know who this is.
Maybe it's...
I've been watching your sessions with Archie Green. Nice work, Jimmy. What's your gut telling you?
My gut's telling me to do whatever it is that you want.
Well, that's the correct answer most of the time. This is one of those rarities when I'm really asking your opinion. Do you think he stole the money?
Yes.
So do I. Carry on with your sessions.
Thank you, sir.
And Jimmy, try to get some sleep.
Don't you ever do that again.
What are you doing here?
I flew in first thing this morning. As soon as I heard Ziggy had called you.
Yeah, well, we're not 100% sure it was Ziggy.
Whoever it was jammed our trace. I've dealt with him before. I'll lay you odds it was Ziggy.
How do you want to proceed from here?
I finish the operation, I get Ziggy, and I bring him to justice.
Agent Cole, I was not speaking to you. Sit down and listen while Director Cole and I reach a decision.
He's been underground a long time. Why would he call Kevin last night? Why surface? Why now? And what's this Archie Green thing all about anyway?
Sir, you don't believe it's about the $10 million?
I have no idea. We don't know what Green knows. That's the real question.
Please, please. I'll tell you anything you want. Anything I can. Anything you want to know that I actually know, I'll tell you. Don't hurt me anymore.
It's me now. Hey, it's me. It's me. Now just relax. Just relax. Now, we're going to try to retrace your steps to remember the exact moment when you made 10 million mistakes. Mr. Green, I'm going to let you speak freely. How long have you known Ziggy?
A long time. 25 years. When I met him at a card game. It was a high-stakes game at Mickey Sullivan's place in the basement.
And how did your relationship move forward?
He had just adopted a little girl. She was, I don't know, 7, 8 years old. And he was having problems with her. Anyway, that's because he wasn't married. And I had just gotten married, so I offered up my wife, Gloria, to take her shopping and stuff like that.
Ziggy's daughter?
Yes.
What's her name?
Tally. My wife, Gloria, and Tally would go shopping, the movies, you know, girly foolishness. Oh.
You see how easy this can be, Mr. Green? Please, continue.
One week at the game, Z tells me, oh, that's what we called him, Z. He tells me, he says, Archie, you look tired. And I explained to him how I was working my tail off at Arthur Anderson. He tells me he's a pretty wealthy guy. He doesn't make a big deal out of it. It's nothing showy. He just says it matter-of-factly, like he was presenting something to me. You know, he started out in streets and sanitation. Up in Chino, I think. Anyway, he told me he would give me the books to one of his companies, and that if he liked my work, he would pay me twice my annual salary. Twice. I did it. I left Arthur Anderson, started my own little practice. I only had one client. I started with one client. I still to this day only have one client.
And you kept totally legit, clean books?
Sure. I would keep the records for a year, and then I'd send it back to him, but that's not unusual. I had a lot of clients from my old firm who did the same thing. They sent their taxes by themselves. It wasn't that unusual.
So when did you realize, Mr. Green?
About, see? 5 years later, maybe 6, I don't know. I started doing some of his other businesses. All cash businesses, bars, restaurants, laundromats, diamonds. I mean, when you have 2 or 3 cash businesses, that's one thing. But when you've got a dozen and they're moving tens of millions of dollars through them, and I'm talking about 20 years ago, well, that's quite a different thing. I was in too deep anyway. I mean, he supported my entire business. He paid me a fortune. So when he disappeared, I would get these packages in the mail and send them back. It didn't feel dirty. Why should I care if somebody else is doctoring books?
Why did Ziggy disappear?
Oh, anyone would have left.
Why's that?
Do you even know Ziggy?
You just can't enjoy yourself, can you, Mr. Green? Now, I'm gonna ask you one more time. Why did Ziggy disappear?
His daughter was killed.
That is heavy. I didn't even know he had a daughter.
Me neither.
Oh, we got our guy.
Wake up, Ziggy, wake up. He's here, he's here.
I rarely see that box get open.
I only come by once a month.
That's quite the system. You just keep sending the envelope.
I don't know nothing about it. I just do this and get a check in the mail.
The fucking board is sitting around here doing nothing.
We're not doing nothing. We're playing cards.
You can scratch my balls. You guys ever hear of a guy by the name of Harry Russell?
Nope. You must be an old-timer, Jimmy.
Old-timer?
From the first generation, there was a bunch of older guys who worked with the big guy when he was young. Rules were a lot different back then. For one reason or another, they never stay around forever.
Well, he was telling me...
Shut up! Hey, shut up! What the fuck are you doing?
You could get us whacked.
Or worse. Hey, Jimmy, you get an order. Just do your shit. You write it up, you send it back. Nobody needs to hear what color other people's shit is. There's no gain from that. Understand?
Yeah, I understand.
Who is it?
Delivery. Delivery for Jimmy Vine?
Yeah, that's me.
Can I help you?
I'm here for the arbitration. My name is Jimmy Vaughn.
They're expecting you. Last door at the end of the hall.
Come in.
Turn her up. All right.
Mr. Vaughn, please sit down. Mr. Vaughn, Mr. Russick, I'm confident you gentlemen have met before. Mr. Vaughn, I know you're fairly a newbie to this organization, but at times like this, you're going to be treated like an adult.
Thank you.
You received orders to visit Mr. Russick in prison, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And what happened there? I filed a report documenting our conversation, sir. Is this the aforementioned report?
Yes.
Let the record show that Mr. Vaughn positively identified his Russick report. Now, Mr. Vaughn, there seems to be a slight discrepancy in the report that has proved to be quite alarming to the organization.
What is that?
When you spoke to Mr. Russick, did he stress that you remain relaxed? Because that is what you wrote up, the word relaxed.
So what's the discrepancy?
I said laxed. Laxed, not relaxed. I said laxed. You got it? Laxed. And you said got it.
Mr. Russick. Mr. Russick, might I remind you of the severe consequences you're facing? He granted you this hearing as a courtesy. Do not make him regret that. Now, Mr. Vaughn, did Mr. Russick use the word relaxed or the word laxed?
Got a wife. I got kids.
I believe my report is accurate, sir.
Please let the record show that Mr. Vaughn has corroborated his own conversation of his own report with Mr. Russick. Therefore, Russick directed the shipment into Redlands Airport. Not only did he fail to repay his debt, but he wasted another $10 million and tried to cover it with a lie. Mr. Russick, are you familiar with the penalty for lying to him? Thank you, Mr. Vaughn. You're free to go.
Hello?
Let's told to drop off an envelope.
Oh, yes, I heard. I'm Harry's wife, Karen Russick. Won't you come in?
No, I don't want to intrude, please.
There's nothing to intrude on. Just sit inside and cry. I don't hear from anybody. Well, Ziggy called this morning. He told me about this. So thoughtful. Come in. Please. Please, have a seat. Please. Can I get you anything? Some iced tea, coffee, maybe some cake?
No, thank you.
You have to excuse all the baking. I bake when I get stressed out. I've been pretty stressed.
I think those are the biggest cupcakes I've ever seen.
I'll give them to you. You can take them all when you go.
No, please, thank you. Sorry.
He's so sweet. Most employers wouldn't do this. Do you not even know what this is?
No.
It's a life insurance policy. He takes out for all his longtime employees. He says it's to insure the family nest egg. You mustn't be thinking about that yet. You're far too young. I'm sorry, I'm so rude. I forgot to ask you your name.
It's Jimmy. Jimmy Vaughn.
Is he nice? Did you ever meet Harry?
No. I don't think that I did.
He would have liked you. You would have liked him too, I bet. He told great stories. All those guys told great stories. Harry and Ziggy, Archie and Mickey. Nobody's even around anymore.
Well, I guess people get busy, huh?
Isn't that the truth? This is my Harry. I can assure you that he is looking down right now from heaven. And he is saying to himself, I can't wait to meet that young man, John. He'll thank you for what you've done. He will.
I'm so sorry.
And when was that?
It was almost 6 months ago. I knew I was killing him. I mean, I basically killed him myself. But I also knew that it was either him or me that was leaving that room.
Did you hear him say laxed?
Of course I did. Murphy had me write up relaxed, which meant Redlands Airport, Los Angeles, instead of laxed, which meant LAX Airport.
What do we got in there? Coffins. Think the drugs are inside these coffins?
There's only one way to find out. Give me the crowbar, Ray. He worked for Ziggy. They all work for Ziggy. Killed them all.
So where are the drugs?
He doesn't have fat people work for him. They're all in good shape. Let me see your knife. Here, hold this. Okay. They're stuffed. Keep opening them up. Let's go. Ziggy killed all 40 of those men to transport his drugs to the meeting spot. We seized about 1,100 pounds of heroin that day. And our team won the day.
So that's what Russick wanted to tell Ziggy.
No. Russick was in charge of all of Ziggy's drug operations. He wanted the flight to go to LAX, where his two biggest contacts were waiting. I redirected the flight to Redlands. He set the whole thing up from inside a prison. To repay his debt.
His debt?
Yeah, his debt to Ziggy. I don't know what it was. I have no idea.
Right, but you are aware that you didn't kill Russick.
During a small prison riot that afternoon, Russick was shot square in the head with live ammunition. The guard, he got a 2-day paid suspension.
You're judging yourself for your role in Russick's death. And that isn't fair to you. You chose a job, a life, serving the Bureau. The Bureau chooses for you because it can see the bigger picture.
Dr. Shaw, I shattered his family.
So, Agent Cole, you got anything new from him?
Look, he told me the same story of how he met Ziggy. Same as Russick. A card game at Mickey Sullivan's. He was important. He links them all somehow. Back in the day when you knew Ziggy, did you know Mickey Sullivan?
Yeah.
And was he a guy like Green and Russick?
No. He was a prick, like Ziggy. Agent Murphy, I'll talk to you in the morning. Oh, Kevin, I'm hosting this function at the hotel tonight. I'd appreciate it if you'd put in an appearance.
Sure. Should I bring Becky?
Yeah, sure. See you there.
Mr. Green. Mr. Green. A little deli food. This is what the doctor ordered. I figured one piece of a candy bar in 5 days. I owed you a little bit of food. Tomorrow we're back to story time.
Jimmy, do me a favor.
What's that?
Kill me.
Baby, we need to talk.
I don't want to talk right now. Just give me 10 minutes.
I need you to open your eyes so we can talk now.
If I ask for 10 minutes, then give me 10 fucking minutes. I go to work all day, I do all kinds of shit. And if I come home and I want to be left alone, then I don't need you telling me you need to talk right now. All I want is 10 fucking minutes! What is it?
There's so much.
What the fuck do you want from me? Just tell me. What is it? What do you want? Talk to me. Come on.
What is it? What is it? You hurt me. That's what. I don't even recognize you anymore. You have changed, Kevin. I mean, first you don't want to talk about the war. Then you don't want to talk about your job. Then you disappear for days and you don't want to talk about it. And now, you don't want to talk at all.
I wonder why our conversations are such a pleasure. Now get ready and let's get the hell out of here.
Name? Kevin Cohen, Becky Carson. One.
Every girl loves to go into a party through the basement.
Enjoy your evening.
I wouldn't bet on it. Listen, let me talk to my father, and then we'll get out of here, okay?
Figured you might want 10 minutes.
Director Cole.
Oh, nice to see you again, Senator.
Nice to see you too, sir. How's your boy?
Oh, he's doing very well, thank you.
Good. I've been meaning to thank him for his service to the country.
Would you excuse me, Senator?
It's quite the spectacle.
Dog and pony show. Now that you're getting deeper into this operation, and having more success than any of us anticipated. I think we should talk. I read your brief. Archie's description of how Ziggy's whole syndicate began, about the card games, Mickey Sullivan.
Yeah? You remember something about him?
Kevin, I'm Mickey Sullivan.
What?
I was almost 40 when I first started out at the Bureau. I figured I had to make some noise if I was ever going to get noticed. There was this small-time thief, ran these scams, dealt mostly in diamonds. I volunteered to go undercover to get close to him, see where it would lead me. I used the alias Mickey Sullivan. Ziggy posed no real national danger at that time, so I became friends with him. He used to invite me along on some of his endeavors, to meet his contacts. At the same time, I was bringing new people to him, people I thought would be sloppy and easy to track.
Like Russick and Green.
Yeah. Only he had this way into them. He'd weave his web, and before I'd even realize, they were caught up in it. That happened to Russick, Green, a lot of people.
So you helped build his empire?
No. Mm-mm.
No?
I kind of counseled him so that his organization would have a structure that the FBI would be familiar with. No. He wound up taking over all the crooks that I was initially just using him to meet. I had no idea he'd get this big. Sometimes you help create the very enemies you end up fighting.
But Russick talked about Mickey Sullivan like he was still around.
I still pull a few strings now and then, when I think it's in the best interest of the Bureau. Like Russick. He was in charge of Ziggy's drug trafficking. So I moved some money around in one of his accounts to get Ziggy's attention. See if I could force Russick into revealing his contacts.
So Russick died.
That's the price you pay for doing business with Ziggy.
Did you frame Green?
No. And unfortunately, I don't know who did.
Why are you telling me tonight? Why haven't you told me before?
Because I wasn't sure how you'd take it. And I wanted to explain all this to you myself without any other agents involved. He's never contacted any of the people we sent in. He's taken a special interest in you, Kevin.
How many other agents have you sent in?
Oh, many. Most don't make it past the coffee shop. Some end up dead. You wanted this, in spite of my objections, remember?
Just give us a second.
How long have you been with Becky?
A long time, Dad.
It's important to have a life outside of the Bureau, Kevin. Something that's completely your own.
Yeah. It's just tough trusting anybody right now.
You haven't told her anything, have you?
Of course not.
Good. You don't ever want to get her involved in any of this. That's how people get hurt.
You said something the other day. You said that I wasn't trained to mercilessly torture people. I was trained to torture people. But what they don't teach you, Dr. Shaw, is what it's like to look into another man's eyes as you tear his fingernails out. That they don't teach you.
Or what it must feel like to be there in that moment when your father tells you he's Mickey Sullivan. What'd it feel like?
How would it feel? I've killed a man who used to be his friend, and now I'm out there every day slowly killing another man who used to be his friend in order to catch another guy who used to be his friend.
I feel like he's got a lot of bad friends.
You know how most kids grow up thinking their father's a business person. And then one day that boy becomes a man, and he goes to work at the same office as his father. And one day he opens his father's drawer, and he finds a dirty magazine.
So,
I knew my father had secrets, Dr. Shaw. But for the first time in my life, I have no idea who he is.
And would you want that for your son?
No. I would want my son to go into work, open my drawer, and find a filthy, dirty magazine.
Is that what your father would want for your son?
I don't really care what my father wants.
What about what your mother would want?
My mother? My mother would want whatever it was that made him happy.
She'd probably want what would make you happy as well. What about that? That thing that would make you happy? If you could choose only one thing that would make you happy, what would you choose?
Hey.
Hey.
It's too late.
What's too late?
You don't act the same anymore, Kevin. It's been a while.
Becky, please.
Ever since you came home with that scar on your neck, you never did tell me. What is that scar?
I want to make things work. You just got to give me some time to finish things at work. That's all. Just give me some time. I want a normal life again.
What's normal to you, Kevin?
A family. You know, barbecues at the house, poker in the basement.
Yeah, I want those things too. I just don't believe you can walk away from your work. I called my sister. I'm gonna go stay with her.
You're staying here, Becky. Don't leave me.
I love you, Kevin. You know that. I just can't live like this anymore.
Becky, you're all I have.
Please don't. Just let me go.
I'm so sorry I hurt you.
I don't understand. Why do I have to give another statement? I've already told the police what happened.
The FBI gets involved in missing person cases where we have reason to believe the individual might have crossed state lines.
You think that he's crossed state lines?
We don't know.
He got up. He packed. He came across and kissed me on the forehead, and then he walked out the door.
Did you see him walk out?
Yes.
You were awake.
I was awake. I usually wake up when he kisses me in the morning. Do you think that my husband is still alive?
It's important to stay positive at a time like this.
Do you have any reason to believe that my husband is still alive?
I have no proof of anything yet. It could be anything. He could have run away. He could have been abducted. Somebody could be holding him for ransom. It could be anything.
Do you think that it's ransom?
I don't know. It might be.
I could pay.
Leader of the money, Brian.
Leader of the money.
It's generally not a good idea to negotiate with kidnappers, but just in case we explore that route, what kind of options do we have?
A lot. I could get a lot of money. My husband works for an old family friend. I can contact him.
How's that?
I write a letter and I mail it to his corporate post office box. Within a week, I get a response. It's too bad. He called me this morning, asked me if I needed anything.
Who called her? Ziggy.
Wanted to know if there was anything he could do for her.
What do we do next?
We wait. He'll tell us what to do.
You notice how the towel is wet at the top and dry at the bottom? When I light this towel on fire, your feet will burn, but the dampness in your shins will keep the blood moving in your legs. It's an old trick they use in the desert.
I think I know something.
I can't hear you. What'd you say?
I can't
hear you!
I know something!
What?
I know something! Now listen to me. I have no way of proving this, but I think Mickey Sullivan is behind all this. Now listen to me. Hear me out. There's not that many of us left in the old days. There's Z, Mickey, and me. I would never do what you're talking about. Z certainly wouldn't do it. Harry's dead. That leaves Mickey.
Just bought yourself some time, Mr. Green. Hello.
Good afternoon, Jimmy.
Good afternoon.
I just watched the feed. I liked where you were going. Now go back and burn his feet.
But, sir, the technique was working. He's talking about Mickey Sullivan.
I don't give a shit. I'm directing you to go back into the vault and burn him. Now.
But then he won't trust me.
Who gives a fuck if he trusts you? Remember what I told you. You have 10 seconds to make up your mind. 5 seconds, Mr. Vaughn. There can easily be 2 bodies hanging in the vault tonight.
Hey, what's up, Jimmy? Back so soon?
Back to this bitch.
I don't do that! You hear me?
I owed you that.
Oh, good. Oh, God! Oh!
Where'd you get that?
A lady gave him to me.
Are they okay to eat?
It's a strange world, Mom.
You think so?
Yeah, I think so.
Hey, Jimmy. So do I. Stand up, Jimmy.
Oh, Mo, can you wait till I was fucking through?
Jimmy, please stand up. Are you through?
Yeah, I'm through.
Turn and face Larry.
Slowly, asshole. Put your hands out.
What's the matter, guys? I like the cupcakes.
Shut the fuck up.
What's going on, Mo?
Well, that was easy enough.
Hello? Hello? Who's there? Hello? Please, I'm doing my best. If I've done something wrong, just tell me, please. I'm doing my best. You hear me?
Mr. Vaughn, please don't be frightened. I am the one you've been waiting to meet. I am Ziggy.
Ziggy?
This is a happy occasion. One you will look back upon many years from now and be very proud of, I'm sure. It is time for your initiation. You should know this is the closest you will ever come to me, Mr. Vaughn. And there are a lot of people who would risk their lives to stand even this close. I know you've seen the mark of initiation on all of my recruits. I am about to slice open your neck, but do not think about the pain. Think about the gratitude you feel for me since I protected you by not cutting open your vein. Do you feel grateful? Are you sure?
I'm sure.
Embrace the pain, Jimmy. This is a celebration. From the bottom of my heart, congratulations.
Rough day in the vault.
Now it's a better roast.
Hey, hey, both of you. Hey, we heard the call. He's making us look like amateurs.
So what do you suggest?
Let's surface him.
How?
Let's get our hands on something he actually cares about. Force his hand.
Like what?
Like Green.
Last time I acted on advice like that, Ziggy's daughter got killed.
What'd you say?
Ziggy's daughter.
Yeah, her name's Tally. Yeah, I know.
That's right. We had a plan to take down Ziggy, too. We were going to intercept his car when he brought his daughter home from school. Only he wasn't in the car. Driver started shooting. She was hit in the crossfire.
And he went underground.
And he never came back up again, not once.
Until you started interrogating Archie Green.
So that's it. Let's bring Green in.
What?
Let's kidnap him. We'll hold him as state evidence. We even have Mickey Sullivan here to talk to him, somebody he trusts. And then I'll get the word to Ziggy that we have the answer for the $10 million mystery. It'll eat his ass up, and he'll come after us.
What do you think, sir?
I think it's way too risky.
Oh, come on.
Well, what if you approach Green and reveal yourself to him and he doesn't want to turn? What if he reveals you to Ziggy?
Hey, don't look at me. Ultimately, it's his call.
He's gonna have me go into that vault and kill Green eventually. So try my way. My way, nobody dies.
That's the signal. 2 minutes.
Remember, we might not be the only ones watching the house.
So there's a call for you.
I told you tonight, no bullshit.
Jimmy,
You got a package.
something wrong? No, not for me.
Guess we'll be doing some digging tonight, huh? Hey, I know you might not understand. None of us do. But whatever you gotta do, you gotta do. Understand?
Jimmy, shoot the motherfucker! Now, what are you waiting for? You motherfucker, was he? Motherfucker! Clear! Clear!
Kevin? Kevin?
Mr. Green. Mr. Green. I'm going to try to explain something to you that you might find hard to believe. My name is not Jimmy Vaughn. I'm an agent for the Federal Bureau of Investigation. And I'm giving you an opportunity to become state evidence. I'm going to take you down. It's okay, it's okay. I'm just going to take you out. Take you down, okay? It's over. Mr. Green. It's over. It's over. It's over. We can protect you. And we can protect your family. I'm going to take you in for questioning, okay? Will you come with me? Straight back. Why are you driving?
Brian's gonna wrap it up. Let's go.
I hate silent transport.
It's the only way to do it.
We just missed the exit.
I'm not going back to headquarters yet.
Yeah, where are we going?
I need some answers. Can't have that guy walking into the review board making allegations against me that just aren't true.
If Green's allegations aren't true, the Bureau's panel will see that.
You don't ever want to put your life in the hands of that panel.
Where the hell are they? They should be here by now.
There's another call for you, sir, from Chino. I think you need this.
What?
Let's get an ID!
Is that Archie Green? I gotta get Director Cole on the phone.
Yeah. Yeah. I know, Murphy. I'll tell you about it later. I said I'll tell you about it later. I'll be back as soon as I'm done. Murphy, that's not important right now. Murphy. What?
You know I don't respect men who carry guns. Hello, Mickey.
Hello, Ziggy.
You have no idea how long I've waited for this. Years of planning. Watching Kevin grow up.
The sins of the father, Ziggy. Kevin Fertali.
That's right.
Don't do this. I'm the one you want. So, take your shot. I'm right here.
You're not enough, Jack!
You ordered me to torture you.
And you did very well. You see, when you lose a child, Kevin, you lose everything. When I lost Tally, nothing else mattered. You're about to learn how that feels, Jack.
Looking back, I'm glad I tortured you.
No, Kevin. I tortured you.
Breathe.
Jack, that was a very unselfish thing to do. You surprised me. Looks like I win again. This is the game we have chosen to play, Kevin. Whose side you want to be on? His or mine? There are those eyes. I recognized it the first time you came into the vault. You've got what it takes. Think about it. How's it look? Your father brought Archie Green to a remote location. Mickey Sullivan died. Archie Green went free. Even in your own reports, I bet your father was still Mickey Sullivan until the end. Who's gonna believe you, Kevin? I watched you work me over. I watched your eyes. It was all preparation. Admit it, there's a little bit of me inside of you.
We're nothing alike.
We read over your report, Agent Cole. We need some time to corroborate the story for our investigation.
Kevin, listen, this is going to be a paid leave. Use the time to put all this behind you. Clear your head. You're no good to us right now as you are.
Agent Cole, can we please have your badge and your gun? Anything else you want to add for us to keep in mind?
My father was clean. And the only reason why that maniac knew that my father wouldn't bring him in is because my father was afraid of standing in this room in front of you. And Ziggy knew that. You know that, Murphy.
We all know Jack was a good guy. We just need some time to prove it. Standard procedure. Trust the panel. Kevin. Job well done.
Hello.
I got a letter from Ziggy. I'm supposed to answer to you. Am I speaking to the right person?